Just a quick reminder about the SOAR spreadsheets. So we've got, I won't spend too much time on it because you've already met these before, but just as a reminder, we've got our diagnostic sheet here, and it's just providing you some speech, an audiogram, middle ear pressure, that sort of thing. The case history will be seen on the assignment sheet in these cases. We've got otoscopy, a COSY. We're not actually using the COSY screen in this condition. We are using the device choice screen, so I'll open that. Let me just embiggen it a bit here. So in this case, the patient is fitted with a power BTE with a skeleton mould, hard acrylic with a 3mm vent, thick walled double tubing. And then we can look down and see anything else. They've got a volume control active, they've got bass boost active, they've got an adaptive directional mic active with moderate noise reduction, low number of channels, and an initialized feedback protection system. Wireless coordination is off, and the telecoil has only the mic in this case. The other options are telecoil, mic and telecoil, auto telecoil, and auto mic, just so you know. And the similar on the other side. Okay, so that's what the patient has already. If you remember, this patient actually has molds like this, so there's a set up correctly. If you were going to cut them, obviously you're going to set them like that. Otherwise, if it's a receiver in the ear hearing aid, oops, well, that's appropriate anyway. I'm going to get rid of these. And we're going to check the sizing. Okay, so we're going to place that over the top of the ear where it just meets the head there, and we're going to check the size. So this one would be just at the top of the canal, usually a 2, and etc, etc. Okay, so then we set these to 2. Well, we test both sides and then set them to 2. Otoscopy, blah blah blah. I won't worry too much about this. This one's but you can see the probe cal there. You can see the microphone measurement here. So this one was a BTE, so if you remember, we're going to set it so that the marker here, oh sorry, I'm going to move the marker out of the way first. I'm going to set it so that the marker's in the right position. So we want that about 3 or 4 mil past the end of the mold, then we'll place the marker. Okay, and now we're all set up correctly. We're going to place the probe tube. Okay, well, it was already pretty well placed, so I won't worry about that. We've got our really unaided response here. We're going to check that. Does it look sensible? We'll place the hearing aid in the ear canal, and we want it to sort of line up with the marker there. Then we've got the gain adjustments here, and if you remember, that increases, that decreases the gain at 250, 500, 1, 1500, 2, blah 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 blah. Okay. What else do I need to tell you here? This is the feedback line, which sometimes isn't that visible because, particularly if your setup is good, the feedback will be quite high, but as you change it, it'll come down. Then we've got both the really aided response screen here. So just as a reminder again, black is the audiogram for each ear in SPL. The red is or the sort of dark red color here is the MPO. These lines are the response at 40, 60 and 80. And these are the targets at 40, 60 and 80 in really aided response, but often we use insertion gain, don't we? So insertion gain targets are here and the responses are here. Of course, they will move up as we increase the gain. Okay, and we want to hit our targets. And that's pretty much it. And we've got our information screen there. All right, so hopefully that reminds you of how the system works. At some point here, I should mention that you will run into a ceiling, which is set appropriate for that hearing aid, hopefully, and you can't go any further. So if you haven't hit gain targets there, although in this case we have, you're in trouble, right? Okay, hopefully that gives you some reminders and you know what you're doing.